Hey there, travelers. It looks like you made it just in the nick of time. Aichan and I are here on the edge of Bloomington in Leonard Springs Nature Park. We're just about to set off down these trails here in pursuit of the earth caches, traditionals, and letterbox in the park. It's a 1-mile loop all the way around the trail, which is just perfect because Aichan's been telling me for the last couple of days we've had too many road miles and not enough nature miles, and she needs a good walk. So the plan is to walk out her energy here on these trails so that she's nice and tired for us to cover the road miles for the rest of the day. We've got about 200 miles from Bloomington to the end of our day. We've got some challenges lined up at the end of the day, which we're definitely going to run through, but we'll probably end up getting ahead and moving a couple of counties into the next day. So come on, let's go see what these trails and the rest of the day have to offer.
Leonard Springs was the exact right place to begin our day. The trail conditions out here were optimal, with minimal hills and a smooth grade all the way through. Aichan had no problems making her way around the park with me. Along the way, we discovered a couple of sinkholes and caves, which were both blocked off so that visitors didn't try and go inside. No problem, no spelunking for us today. When you reach the bottom part of the trail, you're rewarded with a view out over the marsh. This is actually a very important wetland environment for conservation in the Indiana area. From there, we started working our way back up to the trailhead again. Even though it was uphill, and even though there were stairs, it was all still very manageable. This is exactly the way you want to wind down the energy on a 15-year-old dog. You got this, girl! Approaching the end of our return on the trail, we were rewarded with a very wonderful waterfall view. I had heard this coming in, but I wasn't sure if we were actually going to get to see it or not. What a treat! With the dog now thoroughly walked, we swung back around to see the Monroe County Courthouse in Bloomington. As it turns out, this is actually the only courthouse we got to tour today. So I'm very glad that if we could only get one, that it would be one like this. Because each side of the courthouse offered something different for visitors to see. It's incredible when you think about the fact that there was a sculptor behind each one of these monuments. Our swing through Ulutik was short. We'd come here to see the statue of boxer Joe Palooka. But we really got a laugh when we noticed the park across the street. Literally named Park, this is about it. Then it was off into the country, where we'd be spending the rest of our day. Sounds like a plan to me. West Baden Springs seemed very welcoming. This is a very small town within French Lick that bills itself as the Carlsbad of America. We'd originally intended to do the multi-cache here in the hotel, but it was time for the dog's nap and I didn't want to wake her. Instead, I swung around back to the visitor center at Sprudel Park. Yet another beautiful spot in this very small town in the country. Many people seem to have struggled with this geocache, but I didn't have a problem at all. Look, it's right there. What's that? You didn't see it? Oh, okay, let's try that again. Okay, this time take a closer look. It's right up there, hidden in plain sight. Easy day. French Lick seemed like a very quaint place, although, I'll admit, I'd actually thought French Lick was something entirely different before today. As it turns out, the name originates from French trappers who'd set up a salt lick right here in the middle of town back in the 1800s. When I spotted the Smithville telephone, I just had to check and see. Is this an operational phone? Nope. The museum in town seemed like a very happening place. There were lots of people outside enjoying the lovely weather, playing games, and in general, having a very nice day. I loved all of the wood carving statues that were set up outside as well. Very cool. And of course, in typical mag fashion, whenever I see any kind of artillery or military display, I've got to go have a closer look. It's interesting to think about how many small towns in America have artillery pieces. Now on to the shoals in Martin County. You're gonna love this place. We completed 4 earth caches here, which all teach you about the geology of the environment. The first of which is Spout Springs, which sits under the impressive Date Rock. Then we followed the east fork of the White River until we reached House Rock. The formation of these rocks appear to form a cave system, Let me tell you, this is a very cool place. Then we visited the postcard to see Jug Rock, formerly known as Pinnacle Rock. This 170-foot tall formation dates back 385 million years. We didn't have any target caches to find in Luvuti. This place just happened to catch our eye. So we charted out a course. This eagle was here to welcome us into town. I like his sly look. And the centerpiece is this fountain, quite literally right in the middle of town. The rest of the day was 100% fields, farmlands, and animals. Ai-chan was trying to figure out what to make of these cows here in the field. You could tell that she was aware there was a fence between her and them. But it didn't stop her from asking me what's up with these giant dogs. Nor did it stop the cows from wondering, what's up with that little white cow?
Can you believe it? Just like that, another day on the road comes to an end. Today turned out pretty darn well. The sky was bright and shiny this morning, and it kept shining on us all day long. We did not see a drop of rain, which I'm really grateful for because we saw quite a bit of it yesterday. Today was a lot more rural and country than yesterday was, and the standout by far was Shoals in Martin County. Wow, what an impressive set of earth caches those were. The trails are really nice, and the geological features are definitely worth seeing for yourself. Tomorrow is going to be another pretty good day. We've got about 250 miles on the schedule. It looks all very manageable. The big goal for the day tomorrow is Indiana's oldest cache, the Turkey Run Stash. Very excited about that because, as I mentioned before, there's very few old geocaches left in the States for me to find. So tracking down the last of those stragglers is definitely a goal worth having. Ai-chan had a pretty good day as well. We got our walk in the morning, so she was tired. She got her early morning nap, she got her mid-morning nap, and then she got her early afternoon nap. After that, she woke up when we got to the Shoals, and we did a little bit more hiking there before she got her late afternoon nap. Still looking forward to 3 more great days on the road in Indiana, and I'm hopeful that they'll all turn out just as well as today and yesterday did. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for daily updates, and we'll see you out on the trails.